continue.
I mean, it was so special. It was so spiteful. This man is the future.
Wow. It's just wow. That's what it is.
Fight fans, welcome back. When Iron Mike first hit the scene, the entire boxing...
Ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans across America, hold on tight, because what if I told you that Iron Mike Tyson has a spiritual successor, not just in power, not just in speed, but in sheer, terrifying, crowd-freezing aura. Yeah, you're about to meet a 6'4", 240-pound monster.
The world stood still and took notice.
A fantastic right hand by Mike Tyson, who is going to go a long way.
It was an 18-month reign of terror towards boxing's ultimate prize. There was no trash talk, no flamboyance, and no gimmicks. He was...
Who's been knocking out grown men since he was barely a teenager. An undefeated beast from Britain. Whose power is so devastating, he's knocking opponents out before you can grab your popcorn. This is Moses Itauma, the frightening new force of the heavyweight division. And some are already calling him...
was there strictly for business.
The man, in the truest sense, is an animal, but we say that in a positive way.
Today, Moses Itauma is more of the same.
To go and in goes the town.
Subdued, nonchalant, but frighteningly clinical.
The modern-day Tyson. Let's dive deep into his terrifying power, bone-rattling knockouts, and why the world might be witnessing the rise of the next heavyweight king. Born on December 28, 2004, in Kent, England. Moses Itauma wasn't exactly raised with silver spoon luxury.
None of the Ben Whitaker exuberance, nor the Eubank antics. Moses shows up, does a job, then shows out.
Inviting the trouble. He's brave, but he's completely out.
Nah, this kid came up fighting, and not just in the ring. He's one of 10 siblings in a Ghanaian Samoan household. Toughness? Yeah, it's in his blood. He's been boxing since the age of 7. But don't confuse him with any average amateur. This guy tore through the amateur scene like a lion in a petting zoo. Get this, he became the World Youth Heavyweight Champion in 2022. He was undefeated.
Often these claims are ridiculed, with onlookers preferring a unique name and narrative.
Like I said, it's Moses Itauma's time.
But contrast and hype have a strong working relationship.
That's, he talked about Mike Tyson, remember he knocked on Trevor Burbick and he tried to get up the later of the same.
As an amateur, 24 wins, 0 losses, and he didn't just win, he dominated. He sparred world champs as a teenager. Ortiz, he went toe-to-toe with guys like Joe Joyce, Anthony Joshua, and more. And he didn't look like the rookie, he looked like the problem. When Moses went pro in 2023.
And here, this time, the hype is very real.
And there is the destructive power of this exciting teenager who gets another stoppage.
A lot of comparisons to Mike Tyson, which I think are quite unfair, but the only reason we're hearing those is because of the age.
The comparisons were unavoidable, and while he's...
Everyone thought, okay, let's see how he handles the big leagues. But Moses had other plans. Fight number 1, he annihilated his opponent in 23 seconds. Yeah, you heard that right, 23 seconds. A blistering left hand. The kind of punch that doesn't just stop your opponent.
Similar in age and ambition, he's very different in stature and style.
Got to remember, he's still a young boy, and he still hasn't really developed yet as an adult, and that's a scary thought process, actually.
The wrecking ball of...
It stops time. Fight number 2, KO again. Fight number 3, another early stoppage. It was starting to feel like no one could last around with him. Commentators couldn't believe what they were seeing. Fans, already calling him the new Mike Tyson. And Moses, calm, ice cold, unbothered, like knocking someone out in 30 seconds was just another day at the office. Let's talk Tyson comparisons. Yeah, they're bold, but they ain't random. Mike Tyson at 18? Short, explosive, terrifying, tight hooks, thunderous uppercuts, and rage in his eyes. Now look at Moses Itauma at 19, tall, yes, but equally terrifying. He's got that left hand from hell, those fast twitch muscles, the ability to explode into punches with 0 warning. He's not a brawler, he's a calculated predator. Every move, every punch precise, fast, and meant to hurt. Just like Tyson, Moses cuts off the ring like a master. He pressures, he closes space, and when you're cornered, that's when the storm hits. Some fighters win by points. Moses wins by destruction. Let's break down some of his most brutal performances so far. If you blink, you might miss them, but trust me, they leave a permanent mark. Against Marcel Bode came in with some weight and experience. Didn't matter. Moses folded him like laundry in just 23 seconds. That left hook, instant shutdown. Against Konstantin Dobishchenko, a durable journeyman, been in with big names, but Moses worked him like a heavy bag. Sharp jabs, clean ankles, and when the power came, it was over. Kevin Espindola, a big guy with a chin, but again Moses didn't even break a sweat. Every shot looked violent, like he was trying to knock the soul out of his body. These weren't lucky punches, these were engineered bombs. And what's scary, he's not even 21. One of the most frightening things about Moses, it's not just his power, it's his calm. Tyson once said, "Fear is like fire. It can cook for you, or it can burn you down." Moses, he looks like fear doesn't exist in his world. No theatrics, no trash talk, just business. Before fights, he's chill. During fights, he's laser focused. After fights, no celebration, no flexing. He walks out like he just clocked out of a shift at the factory. It's scary, because that level of calm in a guy who can knock you into next week, that's not normal. That's killer instinct. Let's be real. The heavyweight division is heating up. We've got Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. And on the rise, Jared Anderson, Zhang Zhilei, and more. But Moses Itauma, he might just be the next era. And here's why. He's not just strong. He's not just fast. He's young, smart, and learning at an insane rate. He's already talking titles by 2026 or sooner. And guess what? If he keeps wrecking opponents like this, promoters won't be able to hold him back. Let's go back to Mike Tyson for a second. When Tyson was 20, he became the youngest heavyweight champion in history. Now ask yourself, who's the one guy on the planet right now with that same kind of shot? Moses Itauma. He's following the blueprint: early knockouts, massive fan interest, media buzz, and the look of a destroyer. He's already said he wants to beat Tyson's record. And the way he's moving, it's not just talk, it's dangerously possible. Let's break it down. Left hand like a missile. If it lands clean, fight's over. Fast footwork for a heavyweight. He moves like a middleweight. Ring IQ. He sees openings and adjusts mid-fight like a seasoned vet. Composure. He doesn't panic. He doesn't rush. He stalks. He's got all the tools. And unlike many young punchers, he's humble. No ego. Just cold-blooded efficiency. That's a recipe for dominance. So, what's the path ahead for Moses? It's gonna be fun to watch. You'll see him slowly step up in competition. 10-rounders, title eliminators, and eventually, world title shots. You might see him face guys like Daniel Dubois, Filip Hrgovic, Jared Anderson, or maybe even Anthony Joshua down the line. And let's not forget, he's only 20. That's scary, because in 3 or 4 years, he might be untouchable. So here we are, witnessing the birth of what could be the next heavyweight legend. Is Moses Itauma the next Mike Tyson? Time will tell, but right now, he's knocking guys out in seconds. He's got the presence, the power, the precision, and fans are waking up to the fact that Moses Itauma isn't just another prospect. He might be the future of heavyweight boxing. So if you love the sport, if you crave knockouts, if you're ready for a new monster to take over the division, remember the name Moses Itauma, because one day, you'll be telling your grandkids, I saw the new Tyson before he took over the world. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Fight Night Heat. This is Boxing Pulse, bringing you the rawest, realest, and most explosive boxing stories on YouTube. Until next time, stay sharp, stay watching, and stay ready for Moses Itauma's next destruction.